Hey there, it's Andrew bringing you another Keyforge deck reveal. It's going to be some Winds of Exchange, and we'll see what we get. Nope. Saw Mars. See if we can keep the others a secret. Nope. There's Star Sanctum. Okay. I open these wrong every time. Alright. Saurian, Sanctum, and Mars, and it looks like we've got a Bellatoran Warrior, which is a beefy creature. But also means we're going to have the rare action that clogs up your hand. So, but yeah, so here's Bellatoran Warrior, a 5-powered dinosaur soldier with 2 armor. And let's see what else we get. This was Rustius, Bombaisle's king. Cool. Alright. Alright, start with Felix. That's kind of cool. Felix is a 1-power Martian soldier with elusive, and action, your opponent loses 1 amber for each other friendly Mars creature. So if you can keep this on the board, it's pretty impressive. But keeping it on the board is tough. Okay. That's okay. Figuring out the lighting in here. Okay. Sorry about that. Next is Airlock, an artifact that actions to discard a non-Mars card from your hand. If you do, draw a card. We got Crystal Hive. Interesting. It'll be interesting to see if we have some way to use that and that on the same turn, because really what we'd like is fire the Crystal Hive and then reap with all our Bellatoran Warriors that we're going to be flooding the board with, probably. Okay, Ironic's Banner. So Crystal Hive just makes your reaps get an extra amber for the turn. Ironic's Banner is an artifact. When you play it, you make a token creature, and it gives your friendly Ironics creatures +1 power and armor. And this one got a draw icon on it. We're at 3 artifacts already, too. Interesting. Monia Clouds. Play, deal 3 damage to each creature. Only 1 hits the warrior. That's crazy. So beefy. Brain Dart. Action with an amber. When you play it, you enrage an enemy creature and it captures 1 from its own side. That's very nice. Got another one of those. I think this is extra nice when you're dealing with, when you have Bellatoran Warriors for it to fight into. That's kind of crazy. Glylix Weaponsmith, 4 power, 1 armor Martian Artisan with 2 damage and 1 draw enhancement. Ironic's Propaganda is an upgrade with an amber. It gives a creature after fight, after reap, make a token creature. We might want to put that on the Bellatoran Warrior. And interestingly, like, we've only seen 2 Mars creatures here. That makes Felix extra bad. Ironic's Vatminder, 3 power Martian Ironics with 1 armor. When you play it, it makes a token creature, and when it's destroyed, it makes another one. Mars Needs Amber is an action with an amber that says each damaged enemy non-Mars creature captures 1 from its own side. I guess, yeah, we have ways to make that work. Ooh, and then a Xanthix Harvester. Very nice if we can keep him separated from our warriors. Okay, on to Sanctum. We've got Alms Master, a 4 power human knight with 1 armor, deploy, and taunt. And when you play it, each of its neighbors captures an amber. Nice to have some amber control. Light Everlasting, action with an amber that brings back a Sanctum creature from your discard pile. Squire Recruitment, action with an amber, got a damage on it, and you make a token creature for each friendly knight. We only have 1 knight so far. We'll see how many more we get. We've got another Squire Recruitment, same enhancement actually. Absolve, action with an amber, heal 1 damage from each creature. Each creature healed this way captures one. That's interesting because if you have a bunch of Bellatoran Warriors out, you do like the ammonia clouds, they're each going to get 1 damage. Then next turn you could do this and they each capture 1. That's pretty good. We've got a Chow, another deploy taunt, and it also is a knight, so it'll fire the Squire recruitment. Colonel Mariana, 5 power spirit knight with 1 armor. When you play it, each friendly knight captures 1, and it's a knight, so also helps with Squire recruitment. Grand Melee, when you play it, you destroy each creature that does not share a house with at least 1 of its neighbors. Got it. Request donations. Make a token creature a very beefy 1. It captures 2. That's pretty good here. Then we have Revered Monk, a 4 power human monk who gets +2 armor for each of its sanctum neighbors. Got another one of those. I've found these completely underwhelming so far. They're just bodies and they're like okay. Taxing Journey. Action with an amber, a friendly creature captures 1. Each of its neighbors that shares a house with it also captures 1. So we've got some amber generation from our actions, decent actually, and then a decent board presence. And I'm really interested to see what we get to go along with the Bellatoran Warrior in the dinos. Okay, so training costs. This is the rare that puts Bellatoran Warrior into your as your token. So it can't be discarded from your hand except through card abilities. And I have not seen any cards so far that would discard it from our hand. So it's not getting discarded easily. And when you play it, you just lose 2 amber. And if you don't, you shuffle it into your deck. Now, I think it's probably worth it. Like, honestly, even comparing this with Trooper, the downside of Trooper is you are exalting when you use the Trooper. Here you lose 2, so it slows you down. But if you have a bunch of Troopers out, you're doing better than that anyway. So, yeah, that doesn't seem so bad. Interesting. All right, we've got Arm the Plebeians. Action with an amber, make a token creature, ward it. Amazing. If we get Legionary Trainer, I'm going to be very happy. Beware the Ides. Nice. Kill something in the middle. Epic Poem. Okay, exalt a friendly creature, gain 1 for each amber on that creature. We had some great ways to capture in the Sanctum, so I think the likelihood of this firing is actually pretty good. Got another one. Nice. And these are great to combo, right? Because the second one will gain more amber than the first. But we've got Faust, another way to get value out of amber on our creatures, and it gives us an exalt as well. And we had 2 deploy taunts, so probably we protect the Faust with those if we can. Longisaur Lector can exalt to make a token when you play or reap, and again, nice way to feed the Epic Poem. Love it. I mean, you could actually play Longisaur Lector, exalt it to play a Bellatoran Warrior, then play Faust, exalt the Longisaur Lector again with the Faust, and then Epic Poem the Longisaur Lector for 3. So that's some serious amber generation straight out of your hand. Then we have Pale into Insignificance. It's an action with an amber. When you play it, you destroy each creature with the lowest power. Well, other than Felix, we don't have a lot of low power creatures here. That's going to be great. Yeah, the Mars stuff is our lowest power. Praetor Marius, also great with the Epic Poem. It's a 5 power dinosaur politician. After it reaps, for each exhausted creature to its left, it captures 1. Well, if you have a board full of Bellatoran Warriors, like, your chance of getting good value out of that is pretty good. And then if you can Epic Poem afterward, wow. Recruit, make a token creature. If you exalted a friendly creature this turn, archive recruit. Nice. Another one of those. And lastly, Symposium. Exalt, ready, and use a friendly creature. If it's a token creature, you may exalt, ready, and use another friendly creature. So interesting. I think we have a decent amount of pit-based generation. Like I said, epic poems are going to be should be epic, uh, and good option in Symposium. Um, and yeah, this seems really good. I like Bellatoran Warrior. Pretty happy with that. Um, wow. I'll be interested to see if this plays as well as I think. I think it's going to do the woe thing of flooding the board and just reaping out to win. And I think it's going to do it pretty strongly. So, really, I was talking with Mark H last night, and I wonder if it's time for TMTP meta to come back just because of all this crazy rush that struggles a little bit with key cheats. There aren't a ton of key cheats in WoW, but there sure is a lot of rush. All right, so that was Rustius Bombaisle's King. Um, Thanks for checking it out. Hope you enjoyed and that you'll get out there and forge some keys.